Today we're taking a look at these WNBA matches, which are happening on Tuesday, July 19, 2022, and giving you our parlay predictions on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 360 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Our first parlay pick is Connecticut Sun vs New York Liberty. Connecticut scores over 80.5 points. The New York Liberty go back on the road Tuesday to Uncasville, CT-free matchup with the Connecticut Sun. New York comes into Tuesday 6 games under .500 after losing 4 of the last 5 games played, including 3 in a row, following a 34-point blowout loss to Las Vegas. Defensively, New York was obliterated as Las Vegas made 53.5% of their shots and 48.5% from beyond the arc to score 108 total points. The New York offense struggled immensely in this game as well, making only 34.9% of their shots to score 74 points in the game. Natasha Howard lead the way for the New York offense with 19 points and 9 rebounds in 25 minutes on the floor, while Maureen Johannes chipped in 10 points as the only other starter in double figures. The Connecticut Sun return home on Tuesday running hot as of late on a 2-game win streak after a 25-point win over Atlanta. Offensively, Connecticut was lights out, making 44.8% of their shots and 38.1% from beyond the arc, scored 93 points in the game, including 51 in the first half. Jonquil Jones carried the offensive load for Connecticut with 21 points and 6 rebounds on 5 of 9 shooting in 22 minutes on the floor. Natisha Hiedeman scored 13 points and Alyssa Thomas chipped in 11 points, as well as the third starter in double figures. Our second parlay pick is Las Vegas Aces vs Atlanta Dream. The score will go over 169.5 points. The Atlanta Dream look for their second consecutive victory on Tuesday when visiting the Las Vegas Aces. Atlanta is 11-14 following its 85-75 victory on the road Sunday against the Phoenix Mercury. Cheyenne Parker scored 21 points and hauled down 11 rebounds to lead Atlanta, while Tiffany Hayes scored 16 points, grabbed 7 rebounds and handed out 6 assists. Atlanta is 4th in the Eastern Conference, 8 games behind first place Chicago. Ryan Howard is the leading scorer for Atlanta with an average of 14.7 points per game, while Monique Billings is the leading rebounder with an average of 6.2 rebounds per game, and Erica Wheeler is the leader in assists with an average of 3.9 assists per game. Tiffany Hayes is the second leading scorer with an average of 14.2 points per game and is one of 5 players for Atlanta, averaging double figures in scoring. Las Vegas looks for its 4th consecutive victory on Tuesday when hosting Atlanta. Las Vegas is 18-7 following its 91-82 victory over the Connecticut Sun on Sunday. Kelsey Plum was the leading scorer for Las Vegas with 22 points, while Chelsea Gray scored 21 points and handed out 9 assists. Las Vegas is 1st in the Western Conference, 1 game ahead of the second-place Seattle Storm. Kelsey Plum is the leading scorer for Las Vegas with an average of 20.2 points per game, while Aja Wilson is the second leading scorer and the leading rebounder with averages of 19.0 points and 7.0 rebounds per game. Chelsea Gray is the leader in assists with an average of 5.9 assists per game. Las Vegas has 5 players averaging double figures in scoring and as a team is scoring an average of 91.3 points per game. Cheyenne Parker is one player who came through for this game. She ended up walking away with 21 points on 10 out of 13 shooting. She was on the hardwood for 32 minutes and also snagged 12 rebounds. Parker shot 76.9% from the field and dished out 1 assist. Chelsea Gray ended up being a major contributor for the Aces for the contest. She buried 6 of 13 in this matchup, giving her a rate of 46.2% and tallied 1 rebound. Gray accumulated 21 points in her 31 minutes on the hardwood and had 9 dimes in this contest. The Dream converted 7 of 14 shots for a rate of 50.0%. When discussing hauling in rebounds, they earned a total of 43, with 16 of them being on the offensive end. They also recorded 18 assists for this game, while forcing 13 turnovers and having 6 steals. In the matter of the defense, Atlanta allowed the other team to go 41.3% from the floor on 26 out of 63 shooting. Phoenix recorded 9 dimes and had 6 steals for the contest. Furthermore, Phoenix collected 28 rebounds, 9 offensive, 19 defensive, and added 7 rejections. Phoenix ended up going 75.0% when shooting free throws by making 15 of their 20 tries. Our third parlay pick is Los Angeles Sparks vs Indiana Fever. Los Angeles Sparks will score over 80.5 points. The Indiana Fever go back on the road Tuesday to Los Angeles, California for a matchup with the Los Angeles Sparks. Indiana comes into Tuesday as one of the worst teams in the WNBA, with only 5 wins in 27 games, riding a 9-game losing streak. Offensively, Indiana was abysmal in their last game, making 36.4% of their shots and 16.7% from beyond the arc combo, while turning the ball over 20 times, leading to the loss. Melissa Smith was the only real bright spot for Indiana, pouring in 15 points and 9 rebounds on 5 of 13 and 27 minutes on the floor. Queen Egbo scored 13 points as the second starter in double figures, and Emma Cannon scored 14 points to lead the way off the bench. The Los Angeles Sparks continue a homestand on Friday, 4 games below .500, currently riding a 3-game losing streak. As a unit, Indiana is snagging 30.4 boards per game and has 492 dimes so far this year, which is 9th in basketball in terms of passing. The Fever are connecting on 33.4% on 3-point attempts, 183 of 548, and 73.5% from the charity stripe. They average 77.7 points per contest, 11th in basketball, while going 40.3% from the floor. Defensively, the Fever are able to force 14.3 turnovers on a nightly basis, and they draw 18.1 fouls. They surrender 34.9% on 3-point attempts, and they are 12th in the WNBA in opponents' PPG, 88.3. Offensively, Los Angeles was terrible in their last game, making only 39.4% of their shots and turning the ball over 15 times, leading to the double-digit loss. Chiney Ogwumike ended up being a factor for the Sparks in the game. She converted 6 out of 12 in this matchup for a rate of 50.0% and added 13 rebounds. Ogwumike accumulated 14 points in her 30 minutes on the court but wrapped up this contest with no dimes. Emma Cannon is a player who was a factor in this game. She was able to score 14 points on 4 out of 6 shooting. She played for 21 mins and collected 5 rebounds. Cannon went 66.7% from the floor and dished out 1 assist. Indiana enters this one with a win-loss mark of 5-22 this season. They lose possession via turnover 14.4 times per game, and as a group they are committing 20.0 fouls per game. The Fever defensively are giving up an opponent shooting percentage of 46.9%, 386 of 489, and they relinquish 36.3 boards per game as a group. They are 12th in the league in giving up assists with 577 relinquished on the year. Nika Ogwumike led all scorers for Los Angeles with 16 points and 8 rebounds in 34 minutes on the floor. Chiney Ogwumike chipped in 14 points and 13 rebounds, while Katie Lou Samuelson and Brittany Sykes poured in 12 points each.